that doesn't mean that you should stop dreaming. The feeling I get from this is waking up in the middle of the night from a nightmare that you thought was real but really isn't. These dreams are weird. You pick up your phone and no one is there. And for a while I was really scared of them. Like, it's definitely something that doesn't happen every day. But once I knew what was going on and why it was happening, it made a lot more sense and I became okay with it.
Okay, we are starting. Hi everybody. I will be having issues today with the chat because I cannot see anything and there is no chat replay here on the screen. Have to figure out how to get the closed chats also in the OBS because yeah, it doesn't pull anything there. Hi everybody, nice. Sorry. Better. Hi everybody, nice seeing you here. Ed, if you don't stick, have fun with your family. And by the way, this was really awesome. When I've seen your title, I was like, no, I just finished recording. I was just about to release the video. Actually, it was not just about. I think I planned it for not this week, not the next week, but week after that, but doesn't matter. Probably I should finally finish this Wheelock one because, yeah. Hi Mark, hi Ed, hi Alan, Clifford, hi Mario, hi everybody, hi. So, well, I have something prepared. We will go through something. This is also video. This video will probably be released this week. So you will probably see it tomorrow. Others will see it on Wednesday. This video was supposed to be released 2 weeks ago, but I had some technical issues and I had to go back and forth between the manufacturer and myself to figure what's going on. It's now working really great and we will see it in a second. Let me switch here. Here I don't see your chat, but I want to change camera to what? This one here. So as I said, today we will be playing with the ESP32C3 from Seeed Studio. I had this for a couple of months, I think, before New Year. And about a month ago, I received this mmWave sensor. This is a presence sensor, more of a static presence sensor, but it can be used as a classic presence sensor, as a person detection system, etc. So we'll be playing with this setup here. I quite like these boards because they are really tiny. Yeah, the antenna is big, but if you have a case for it, you can hide it somewhere in the case. But before we start that, I wanted to show you something. This is still working. It's currently operating on the battery. This will be video for next week. This display here. It should refresh. I will leave it here. It should refresh. It's been working great. I'm currently testing to see what is the life of the battery when it is powered only on battery. Currently I'm around, I think, 7 days on it. If it's powered on battery and doesn't use sleep, it will last around 10 hours on 800 milliamp hours battery. So I didn't go for the 18650 batteries. I went for the standard small lithium-ion batteries. By math, if you go for 18650 or a larger battery, so something around 2000 milliamp hours, it should last no issues a day or even more. But I'm currently testing to see how long it will work on the this small battery or by using the sleep, because okay, it's refreshing. First it will load the screen. It is currently also connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Then it will start pulling the data, so data is refreshed. So it refreshes data every 20 minutes, then it goes to sleep. It's been really working great. I have to fix this issue here, but I don't know if I will be bothering or not. This one is measuring how the distance of the person that is not home how far is it from home. So yeah, my wife is around 600 meters away from home. Temperatures, this pulls a schedule from one of the calendars. I think this one is a Google Calendar, but you can use internal calendar, date, time. This is pulling from the names database. What is the next thing? The next, or today is St. Patrick's Day. This is the current temperature, sunset, sunrise. Tomorrow, so in 3-day forecast for temperature, maximum, minimum, and this here is probability of thunderstorms. So yeah, let me switch to the, sorry, I will be switching back and forth. Yeah, it is. And actually, I don't have any heater. Hi, Teme, sponsor of today's stream is Teme. This room actually doesn't have a single radiator inside, but this room is also inside the apartment, so it doesn't have natural venting, so it's always a bit hotter than it should be, but that's the case. Mark, let me check. This is the best thing I can tell you. I think it's not inexpensive. Just give me a second. I bought it off of AliExpress. Yeah. Let's see, orders. Let me switch the screen so you can also see what I'm seeing. Hopefully you will see it. Okay, no. Okay, so this one was 37.30 euros with shipping 45.92. But this is full e-ink screen. Let me open the case. By the way, this case should be used only if you are using it on the USB-C power, and I've stuck the battery so I cannot close it properly, but with the luck of video editing, in the video you shouldn't be able to see that the case doesn't close fully. Yeah, I know you cannot see it. I will switch and I'll show you in a second this one here. I also got it a couple of days ago or a week ago or something. So let me get back to the background. So yeah, as I said, the case cannot be closed because the battery here is not allowing it to fully close. USB-C connector, you have to have USB-C cable with the 90 degrees connector, and it works perfectly. It even has a stand. I printed the stand also, so yeah, looks very nice. But what I wanted to say is that this board has this board is everything you really need. You can power it via the battery, you can also power it via the USB-C. It has ESP32 chip on it, so everything you need to run whatever you want to do is already on the board. The problem is, like with all the other boards that are like this or run ESP32 or ESP Home, there is no nice visual editor for the code. So actually you have to count the pixels, you know, like 50 by 20, and then write text here and etc. So it's not that easy to set up. I will be providing, of course, in the video all the links, everything, so you can copy it. And from what I've seen on the Reddit, so this is how it looks on the stand. So from what I've read on the Reddit, with the experience people have, they use 18650 batteries, but I don't like those batteries. They're just too big. That lasts a couple of months. So yeah, but oh, let me get back. But what I also got is this here. It's a touchscreen for this board. So what you could probably do, I still haven't even tried it, and I don't have any schedule when I will even try it. So what you could do is you install this, of course, without the case. You install this here. This cable needs to be connected here, like this, and then you also have ability to use it with touchscreen. Of course, you cannot use it That's what I think, but that's the only logical. Also, what comes out of it, you cannot use it if you are powering it via the battery or using it in a deep sleep. Then it needs definitely to be powered via the USB-C cable. So yeah, this will be, as I said, video for next week. I don't know if I will be having, I will definitely not be having results for the battery by then, but that shouldn't be the issue. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. Let me get this back in the case so I don't damage it. No, wrong case. Where is it? This is the case for the screen, and this is the case for this one here. Okay, so let's get these things out of the way. And as I said, my family has already become accustomed to or used to this, and they like the idea it's pulling schedules. So yeah, I really like that project. I didn't expect it to be that good. Second thing I wanted to show is something that it's not directly related to anything. So slowly but steadily I've been improving on my setup. As you can see, I have this overhang now. I also bought the media kit for the GoPro camera to have better sound when I record unboxing videos. I've cleaned up everything. I have now around 140 files or 160 files in unboxing folder, so I will slowly once again start releasing those videos. And then I also bought this Elgato stand or whatever for cold shoes, so I can use Elgato mini light, because those two are Elgato lights, and I wanted an additional light. Sometimes when I record things like these here, I just need one additional light source. Come on, warm up. And I will be using for that this Elgato light. This is here not Elgato, but for some to me unknown reason I ordered these from them, and also this Elgato mini light. This arrived, everything was in stock, this arrived, and that item is still not shipped. I just got information that I will be notified when it will be shipped. So I'm also working on a setup. Let's move that. And now we can start looking at these two. One additional project is this one here. So this is the classic ESP32 board, or actually this is ESP82C3, I think. You probably can read it better than I do without glasses. We have LED here, and we have here sensor that is recording or measuring or is triggered by the pulses, and this is used for electricity meters to count the electricity depending on the meter type. If you have a meter like that, every, I don't know, half a kilowatt or whatever, there is one pulse. This measures it, sends it to the ESP home, then this light blinks to tell you that it has measured something, and it tells and sends impulse information to Home Assistant. But we will not be talking about that anytime soon, because I will be recording also video of that, and that is the plan. I have already, if you've seen my 3D printer review, longer LK4X printer review, I've printed their case for this project, so I have everything ready. But this needs to go to summer house, and my summer house has been running 3 years off of SSD card, and I did a reboot recently and everything died, so I'll probably this is ESP82C3, so that's you're right, Mark Jones. I was playing with the I have it probably somewhere on the desk. I first used ESP32 on this one, and then I decided to go with ESP82C3 just because of those two rows. Actually, it was becoming a mess for just 4 wires or 5 wires or whatever wires. So it looks like my Raspberry Pi 3 with the SSD card has finally died. I do have a backup of it. I will be pulling backup, and I have to see what I will do there. And when I fix the Home Assistant there, then I can go there and also record video there, because my meter is analog meter. There, that one is a digital meter. Actually, that one is self. Actually, those are two cases. One case is for the ESP and this LED that has a couple of colors. Colors depend on, did it measure, is it having issues with Wi-Fi, etc. And the other one is just a small box that goes around this, and it covers not the display, but usually the LED is somewhere under the display or something like that. So it goes over that one. So the display itself will not be obstructed, just that small LED. So it should be the big issue. But as I said, to get everything fixed and ready, it will take me some time. So that's why I will not be, unfortunately, be able to record there until I figure out what I want to do there. Will I proceed with the will I proceed with the SSD card, because this one has run for 3 years? Will I move from Raspberry Pi 3 to Raspberry Pi 4, which actually I don't have that much use there. The system is not, it's very responsive on a Raspberry Pi 3, and you know how easy it is to get the Raspberry Pi 4, so yeah. I have actually, Mark, I have, let me show you what I have in regard to code. Just give me a second. I will be using this one, class Nicholas. So this should be something like this. I know, okay, so the reason behind this is I don't want to install the Shelly there, and I got a couple of devices, Slim Laser, etc. For Marcel, and unfortunately I don't have P1 connection. I have Modbus or whatever it's called, the other one, and it's also blocked, so I cannot use that for metering, so I will be using this one. And fun fact is that meter is self metering meter or self updating meter. It's connected via the GSM network. So it does report to the utility company its state every whatever, but unfortunately you cannot get access to that state. So in order for me to know the state of my meter, I need to hack it like this. Okay, so where do we go? Where do we start? Today we will be playing with these two. I really like it. I wish I had more of these. I have to order them because they are much smaller if you compare them with the you can just compare this. This one is really small. It's like quarter or thirds the size of this board here. It's actually almost as small or as big as this Atom 5 Lite. Atom 5 Lite is bigger because it also has a case, but I think that a very similar device, chip, everything is inside this one here. It has enough pins. It is now out of box supported in the ESP Home. It does have a Bluetooth, so it can probably be, it could potentially be used as a Bluetooth proxy in future, but at this point Bluetooth is not supported in the ESP Home. So Yep. And as far as the antenna goes, this is both the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. There is alternative antenna. If you have a case, you can have those like plasticky classical antennas similar to ones on the routers or Zigbee USB sticks, etc. But I really do like it. It's a very, very small device with big tail. So yeah, let's quickly go through what it is. There are a couple of versions. RP2040, which is also interesting. Come on, load. But as I said, we will be using this C3. Okay. In terms of speed, 160 megahertz. What else? 400K SRAM, 4 megabyte flash on chip. There is a Groove kit for it. I really like Seeed Studio. Let me post a link to this in the chat. So this is the link for this ESP32C3. I like it. I made a video for the families and kids on Seeed Studio, and I really do like. They really have this groove standard they are using is really easy for experimenting and playing and tinkering. Deep sleep is under 44 milli micro amps. Groove and GPS. LoRa. Let's go through. So Seeed Studio also has very nice documentation. Everything is documented, and they really do try. They create a lot of examples. For example, getting started with projects, IT-driven yogurt processing and texture prediction, building a smart home control center around ESP Home. And they are really trying to push, because that's also why they're pushing me to finally finish this video. They are really trying to push into home assistant community. Hey, Johnny! So let's see. Okay, so this is one part of the project, and why do I have two of the same pages? Why do I have two of the same pages? Just give me a second. You maybe missed the beginning of the stream. I was opening just pages to have everything ready here, and it looks like they are doing something on the website, and the pages that were available like 10 days ago are not available anymore. This is the second part. This is 24 GHz micro mmWave sensor, human static presence module light. And light goes because the price is also light if you compare it, for example, with the other sensors they have. A respiratory sleep sensor, 60 GHz respiratory heartbeat sensor. Come on, load. And fall detection pro sensor. So this one is much cheaper. It is a bit more limited, but for corridors, which actually I don't know if presence sensor as a static presence is that important in corridors. Yeah, but it can be used, for example, in bedrooms for sensors that are mounted around the bed to track if somebody is in the bed, or if you are at your desk, you can probably mount it under the desk or above the desk. I've been testing it here on my desk. As I said, high sensitivity, immune to environmental interference, straightforward and simple to use, more parameter module options. Documentation is great. We will check out how ESP home code looks, and yeah, translations need a bit of work. Come on. We will not be using this one. Operating voltage 4.5 up to 6 maximum. Current 95 to 120 milliamps. Operating I/O current, operating temperature, so everything more or less is the same. Size is 35 by 30 millimeters by 8 millimeters. Actually, those pins, I think somebody should. I will not say this, but actually I will say, while DuPont connectors are great, JST connectors are better. But if it would mean that I would need to crimp JST connectors, I'm sticking with the DuPont connectors. Okay, detection range is 5 meters maximum. Stationary or micro movements is 4 meters. In case of sleep, it's 3.5 meters, 90 degrees horizontal and 60 degrees pitch. Nothing else is important. So, as I said, they have great documentation. And if we go here and open it up, actually this one is not that one. If we open this one, so Xiao ESP32C3, which is this one here, with the sensor, this one here, we go and click on this, you will see page not found. But thanks to the web archive, I've managed to pull the archive for it. Let me actually show you before we go there. This one here. This is their router, either Wi-Fi or this one here. This is based on the Raspberry Pi Compute Module 4. And it's actually showing you how to set up everything, get it up, get Docker installed, install Home Assistant, install ESP32 and play with it. So the documentation is really, really great. There are a couple of companies that really do try to put the documentation right there. The Seeed Studio is one of them. But let me close this one. We are not interested in that. So this is the example for our case, and I will do video on that. Actually, it's already set up in my system. There is one issue in my system, and that is the DuPont cables. Unfortunately, it looks like I have bad connection on DuPont cables. Let's wrong screen. Let's go here. This is the data that is pulled out of device. Let me restart it just to make sure that it pulled everything. As I said, I have issue with the DuPont cable, so sometimes it doesn't load everything. Come on, connect. Okay, it's working. Not everything is populated. For example, I'm still not sure why this data is not populated. Product ID, product model, product protocol type, but it's simply not populated. Direction, I think, also doesn't populate. There are a lot of options. For example, you can turn it off, turn it on. You can set up thresholds. I will talk more about those in the video. Custom motion trigger. Let's leave everything here. Standard maximum detection, so you can. Yeah. Okay, But let's get back to the documentation. Okay, there are a couple of things. We'll skip this part. There has to be, you need to add one additional file. This is this R24 DVD. It actually is not a DVD player. That's this one here. Without it, you will not be able to run it, but it's very simple. All you need to do is actually save this file inside the configuration/ESP home folder, and then later on we will use it in the code. The next step is to add it to the ESP home, which, as I said, is easy since ESP32C3s are now officially supported. You edit as any other device, you click on a new device, you enter the name for the file, your network credentials, select the ESP32C3 from the list, and that's it. You can skip, copy the key file, and then you have to edit this simple configuration file. Actually, this is it. That's it. You don't need to do anything besides that. You just need to copy this page, this part here, to replace the upper part of the file. So this goes instead of this part here. You leave the API, OTA, and Wi-Fi information, and instead of capture portal, you paste this part here, which says part 3, which is actually part 2, but yeah. This is more or less everything you've seen in my ESP, in my Home Assistant, where you can select the scene mode. Scene mode can be, you set it up, a living room, area detection, washroom, bedroom. I keep it at living room. How long is the unmanned? You see, these are the problems. For some things you have to understand what they want to say. That standard unmanned time means time that is considered when time to consider when the space is empty. Unmanned time. Custom presence of perception boundary. Custom motion trigger boundary, which okay. Sensitivity goes from 0 to 3, so there are 4 states. Standard maximum detectable range of moving target. You can limit so it doesn't recognize any movements beyond 2 meters. For example, if you have it on your desk and you want to see when there is somebody at desk or not. For example, when I stand up and it sees that there is nobody at desk for 2 minutes, it can turn off the lights. Standard, so this is moving target. We have stationary target. Custom judgment threshold exists. I haven't been able to figure out what custom judgment threshold exists is. Custom motion amplitude trigger threshold. Custom mode settings, and custom mode query, custom motion trigger time, rest time, unmanned state, standard heartbeat, which is used to see if the device is working or not. And then it's also pulling the information such as I've said, the standard product ID, hardware model, firmware version, protocol type, moving direction, sports information. I haven't even seen this one. Presence information and presence of detection. There are some templates that are disabled. Then it is, pulling the data to populate everything that's been previously set up. There is a button for the reset. You can reset it via the system standard reset. Will it reset? Oh, it's resetting the values, sorry. Preset is for values. Body movement initiated, custom motion distance, custom static distance, blah 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 blah. And more or less that's it. I've been looking at these here, how to search for product models, search for product IDs, for hardware models, firmware version, yeah, but it simply doesn't pick it up. So, okay. Oh yeah, stream sponsor. Sorry. Cheers, everybody. Today we are drinking Spar as budget energy drink. Heidelberg. I think these are blueberries, if it's called like that in English. Thank you, Alan. So where are we? There is, Alan, remind me when we see each other to tell you a story about Spar. This is actually so funny story, but I cannot talk about it publicly. But no, I don't have sponsorship from Spar, but I still like their energy drinks. As I said, I only drink those on streams. I like the taste. They are not like Red Bull. They don't feel that strong. They have nice taste, fruity taste, and I like them. Okay. Let's go to settings. Let's go to integrations. Oh, new version of SSH web terminal update. Integrations. Let's find. What's this one? No, dashboard is that e-ink screen. I think test 3 is this one. Yep, it's this one. From what I've been testing it, so okay, so it's been running for on and off for about a week now. My desk is located here on the upper floor, open space. Behind me is a bathroom, 2 bedrooms. So how I test it when I go to work, because I don't know, kids go in and out of their rooms, they go to the bathroom, etc. And I've been testing it, and it's been okay. Comparing it to the that other sensor. Just give me a second. It's such a big mess around my desk. My wife has asked me to clean it up. Oh yeah, this is also one of the future videos that is coming. I have to finish recording. I like it. Yeah, so I will be starting. I will be creating. There will be new types of videos. I do receive a bunch of stuff, but not a lot of stuff can at the end be useful for home automation. For example, this case is from Sunfounder. This case is really awesome. And if I would look it only from the perspective of home automation, I wouldn't do video on it. Sure, you can run Home Assistant out of it, but you would lose like 50% of the functionality for it. So I decided to create a new playlist that would be called reviews for those kind of things that really look cool, but I cannot simply, in my setup, I don't know how I would integrate it inside Home Assistant. As I said, yes, you can run Home Assistant, but because Home Assistant runs on proprietary OS, not the Raspbian, for example, you couldn't out-of-box utilize the small on-screen display that's on the case. And it's a shame because that's one of the functionalities. Second of all, the case has LEDs inside, which are digital LEDs, and you can play with them. You can change the color, whatever. And once again, it doesn't work on proprietary OS, and also you don't want to mess on OS or Home Assistant. Just keep it as is, don't install anything else. You just bring potential issues into stable environment. So that's why I will be creating one additional playlist where I will be putting things that are really great, that yeah, they can be used. Of course, you can run Home Assistant out of it. Of course, you can put Home Assistant, install Home Assistant supervised, and run pure Python version of Home Assistant. It would work great on this machine, but that version is not recommended for beginners, mostly. Mostly. This is my junk box. This is everything that I didn't know where to put when I was cleaning my desk, and it ended up here. Nope. 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 Oh, this one here. So this one is, I think, better in terms of response, but I also heard that people that use it as a BLE devices have issues. It disconnects and it loses connection, and that's it. On the other hand, you can also hook it up to ESP32. I think that Johnny has done that, as far as I've seen you post somewhere, and it should work really great with ESP32. Oh my god, what junk! Let me put this on desk. So, but you have to take into account usage. This device primary use for static presence, as the documentation says. I think that the name of device is human static presence module. So for human static presence module, for $6, $7, it's okay price, especially if you consider, I know that a lot of people can do that, but these connectors are not the classic DuPont connectors, and a lot of people can have hard time soldering or finding wires that can fit here. So potentially it's easier to use this one than this one here than this one here. Although, as I said, this one can be used as a static or independent Bluetooth presence sensor. Yeah, but even with the good soldering, you see that one wire managed to unsolder or cut itself loose. So I have to resolder it. Okay, let's see. As I said, I have issue with it. So sometimes when it stops reporting data, the problem is that these wires here simply lose connection. This is here what you've seen. Oh, you don't see this here. Abnormal, meaning that it is losing connection to the board. I cannot figure out what connector, what wire is losing, but something is losing connection here.
It's hard to tell.
Let's leave it like this. Turn towards me and sit very still and drink.
But that doesn't mean that you should stop dreaming. The feeling I get from this is waking up in the middle of the night from a nightmare that you thought was real but really isn't. Dreams are weird.
Yeah, so that's it. As I said, adding it is very easy. Let's go through that painful process, not actually. Click on new device, type in the name, ESP32C3, next. Connect. We need to select USB JTAG, connect. While this is loading, let's go to the documentation. Let's copy this code here. Yeah, sorry, missed it. As I said, I don't see chat here. Yeah, Johnny, as I said, this is the Bluetooth version, you know, that I posted you a link. You bought, I think, first those that were not Bluetooth, then ordered the ones that are Bluetooth. Bluetooth works, but it's Ed has seen the comments in the creators channel from the Home Assistant devs. They said that if you can, you should update to the latest firmware, and to do that, you need to just provide it power and connect it to the app that's available for the mobile phone. But be careful, because if you have Bluetooth proxies and it is picking it up, it will not allow it connection, because it only allows one connection on it. On the original firmware that arrives with this one, people do sometimes have issues with them, so you need to just flash the other firmware. What's this taking so long? Maybe I'm still parsing, I think, my videos. As I said, I've prepared, yesterday I was cleaning up the camera. And everything, and I think that just give me a second. So there is a ton of videos. I think, as I said, 167 videos. So I will be starting to push them once again. Yeah, these are all the unboxing videos. Some will probably never be released. For example, this one here is, I think, the battery for the Surface Pro 4. Nobody cares about the batteries for the Surface Pro 4. I don't care anymore. I just threw it in the trash, or actually it's in my back of my car waiting to get it recycled. It's still trying to install software on device. Okay, configuration created finally. Let's open this browser once again. We call this device ESP32C3. It's okay, edit. As I said, what you have to do is you have to remove this part, paste the first line of code, ESP32C3, that's what we called the device. Come on. I don't know what's going on. Yep. What's the error? Arduino. What? Here specify some of the girl and view problem. Oh, okay. Okay. So first part of the code needs to be replaced. Then the second part of the code. Paste, and more or less that's it. UART, the feature is only available. UART. Why is UART here? UART should be here. Let me check if I copied correctly. Yeah. Logger part removed API up to Wi-Fi remains. ESP home logger. Okay, we replaced that part, and then this feature is only available in the frameworks Arduino. This one is framework ESP IDF. Let's click save. Let's validate. Looks so far okay. Yeah, everything looks okay. Close. Let's open it once again. And the error is gone. I think it didn't read everything correctly. Okay. And the next step is just click on install. Plug in this computer, USB JTAG, connect. There is an issue, sometimes it doesn't want to start the update process, but there is a reset and boot button. You just hold on the reset button, unplug, press the reset button and hold it, and plug it once again, and it will start loading everything up. As I said, let me check what's going on with my Synology. Yeah, I have a lot of issues and errors. It shut down 2 days ago because of system overheating. The CPU was at 90 degrees. My bad, my mistake. So this was my main Synology. I was copying video files, cleaning up disks and everything, and I moved a bunch of 4K files because I do record half of my stuff with 4K, half of the stuff with 1080p, but I never release videos in 4K because I'm not sure that this will bring any kind of a quality in terms of visuals. It can make fonts non-readable. So I decided to go against 4K, but I still record a lot of stuff in 4K, and I've moved around 400 files to Synology, and it was caching them and preparing them and doing stuff like that. On the same time, I covered my US Synology. Backside where the vents are was covered. It was full with dust. And I also closed fully the door in the cupboard where the Synology is located in the, whatever, server shoe rack. And it overheated, so it was interesting. But it finally did finish. Looks like it finished whatever it was doing. So anybody doing anything fun? Any projects? Oh, on Synology I have fixed fan speed on maximum. I had fixed fan speed on maximum. I don't. Previously, when it was in another location, I was running it on either on silent or on that. So there are three modes. This one is maximum power. This one is not so silent, but I think it adapts to the temperature. And this one is the lowest possible. I was running it on maximum. Usually it runs on, currently it's on 50, so whoa, 68 degrees. Usually it's around 50, 52 degrees. Currently it's 68. But 90 degrees was really too much. When it was rendering yesterday, I think that somebody again closed the door. When it was rendering yesterday, after I used the pressurized air can to blow dust out, to clean the vents, to clean the Synology itself, and I removed obstruction from the back side. Actually, my Unify 16-port PoE switch moved and fell and blocked the vent of the Synology. So that was what was blocking it. Not just that it was blocking it, but that PoE switch is also warm. So it was actually heating it up additionally. Now it's more or less okay. Come on, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? While we are waiting for that, I actually have a lot of issues with this V-lock. They are insisting on me on creating a video on it. I will be creating a video on it, but I will not be doing it as a smart lock. I don't consider it smart lock. I cannot do it as a smart lock. If they would, I don't have intention of keeping the lock. That's the biggest problem. If, for example, Nuki lock, if they would have sent me the lock without the hub, I would be really also not happy, because those locks are limited when run without hub. When I was in talk with them, they promised me hub, but they didn't send me hub. I just received the lock. So actually this is not a smart lock. And I have to create vid on it, and they insist. This will be fun. There are a couple of companies that are insisting on finishing the videos. I told them I'm afraid if I proceed with the videos, it would not go into the direction where they anticipated. But then again, you know, I think at the end it's their own fault. One thing I don't know if anybody is following Matt. What's his name? What's his channel name? Come on. I'm blocked completely now. Matt is Not Enough Tech. Okay, I don't know if anybody is following Not Enough Tech or not, but it somehow ended that all the stuff that he got, I also got at the same time. I still have to do that video on that screen, which he released video on. I know that he teased on the Son of iHub, which I still have to play with. There are a couple of nice things coming. I'm not sure how much of you or others would be interested in things like that, so I didn't do video. For example, this one is really nice. It's really nice small device. I still keep it in a box. It's a Son of Zigbee LCD smart thermometer, round one, which really looks nice. Then I also have from them the Zigbee Mini, which is a really tiny device. a really, really tiny device. Let's compare it to something. Let's see what I have here. If we compare it to their Mini, so this is Sonoff Mini and this is Zigbee Mini. This is no neutral one, and it also has connectors for the switch, so you can use it with the switch. It's really, really, really tiny. I like it, but I don't know if any of you would be interested in doing videos and seeing how it works. I still keep them in a box, so they are really intact. Oh, this finally finished. And this one here, maybe I should do. I like Zigbee devices. Some of the new devices unfortunately will be Wi-Fi devices. I don't prefer Wi-Fi devices. Actually, I do prefer. I have nothing against Wi-Fi devices. I have a lot of Shell devices, but you know, Sonoff or Tuya Wi-Fi devices are not the same as Sonoff or Tuya devices are not the same as Shelly. Shelly allows you to, you know, tinker with devices. You can connect on them. You can change the. You don't need to change the firmware. With the Sonoff Wi-Fi device, first thing people do is change the firmware. And for me, and I will not go TAS-Mota way. I did once TAS-Mota. Then the same device I converted to ESP Home, and I decided that I simply do not want to buy any kind of switch or plug or anything that needs to be flashed, and I don't want to use their apps. This one, this small one, yeah, it should fit. It really is small. I think it's smaller than. I did video on this one, I think, ever. Yeah, I did. Let me see. Just give me a second. No, this is a smart relay. Just give me a second. Okay. Everybody knows this one. Everybody. Most of you know this one. This goes under the switch. It should fit the standard box. This one is smaller, but it's fatter. So it all depends on what you. Let me open the other cam. Sorry. Chaos on my desk. Nope. Yep, this one. Ouch! Sorry. This one is 4.5 centimeters by 3.5, and depth is 12 millimeters. This one depth is 18 millimeters. 3.8 by 3. So while it's smaller in width and height, it's not smaller in terms of depth. So yeah. No, this one. Smart relay. I think that this one. Oh my god, chaos. But then again, compare it to this one. This is Gledopto Zigbee switch. This one also fits behind switches, and it's much larger, and it's also a couple of millimeters fatter than this one. So this one should really go without any issue. As I said, I didn't try to see if it is supported by Zigbee to MQTT or ZHA. If you guys are interested, I can do a video on it. I like it. I like those devices. I'm actually still considering. I'm not sure if I will be doing videos or series about it or not, or something like that. I mentioned that I will be equipping. I will be equipping. Where is the box? I will be equipping 1 or 2 apartments. Actually, I think I will be only going for 1 for now. And I know that I will not be going, for example, for the LEDs that are smart. I will be going for smart switches. This is something that time has taught me. And I'm not sure if I will be going with the Wi-Fi, for example, Zigbee or whatever, or I will be going with the Zigbee. Actually, I received something else from them. This one is also extreme. Oh, I forgot. Do you know why I forgot about this one? I didn't forget anything about this one. Just guess. Sorry, Clifford. As I said, guys, sorry. I also mentioned at the beginning of the stream I have issues with the stream, since this is the members-only stream. You do not see chat on your screen. You see chat on the screen in the YouTube, but you don't see it in the video, in the box where it should be. And also, it's not pulling chat for me, so I have to go to the other one. So yeah, Wi-Fi. So that's why I know that they are sending me something new. It looks awesome. It looks great. They asked me if I can guess what it is. I guessed from the first try, and I even said what protocol it is. They said, yeah, how did you guess it's Wi-Fi? I said, yeah, I'm really looking forward to having that one and not testing it ever. I think I will probably in a couple of days I will receive that one. Let me compare the size of those two. So Wi-Fi is a bit smaller, but it's a bit fatter. Wi-Fi, sorry, Zigbee one is a bit smaller, but a bit fatter. And the Wi-Fi does require neutral, while the Zigbee one doesn't require neutral. Mark Jones, for me, Zigbee is better for battery device, and it's nice to keep the Wi-Fi last. Yes, I agree about that completely, Mark. One thing I'm not, that's the biggest issue I'm currently debating in my head is I'm still not sure how I will solve the internet connectivity at that location. Will I have a permanent internet connection? Will I be using some kind of dongle on a monthly payment as a permanent but alternative type of connection? Or will the home be completely offline while we are not there, and then I just bring my stick and make everything work? If it will have permanent connection, means that there will always be Wi-Fi connection available, the router will be somewhere, then I will probably go with the Wi-Fi. If I don't do it like that, I could potentially go with the Zigbee for most of the stuff. So that's something like that. For that one, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not inclined on flashing with Tasmota, and I really am not that also inclined on using the EV app or EV Link or whatever the app is called. There is, as you know, there is an add-on for Home Assistant that official, let's call it official add-on, but not from Home Assistant. That's official from the Sonoff crew. But also that one is considered to be avoided at all costs by Home Assistant developers. So, you know, if devs recommend that you avoid something, I really think that people should avoid it. Okay, now we should have ESP32C3 on. Let's see the logs wirelessly, why not? As you can see, it does get a lot of updates, so yeah. Oh, you don't see anything, sorry. My bad. So it is constantly updating and sending data. Yeah. I also do like monitoring power usage. I'm having one issue. I'm so you know, in some kind of my wish would be to be able to devote more time onto all of this. And currently I'm mostly taking away time from family towards everything here. And I'm really having issues with what I can do in the limited amount of free time I have. For example, I was slacking today for 2 hours because I needed to slack a bit. So I have a couple of issues that I haven't sorted out. Let me show you what I have. I just don't have time to do it. I know how I would do it, and I simply didn't write code for it. So my solar power inverter is now offline. This here is pulled from the Xiao. So Xiao is tracking both watts and kilowatt hours. I also have this. These two are Xiao. Everything else is pulled from the solar inverter. I want to track statistics. I've mentioned that in my GitHub repository. If you have seen my GitHub repository, Mark, you're right. That's different story. That's why any Zigbee device really will get from me something that Wi-Fi devices cannot, and that's the seal of approval for a local device, which I haven't used because I haven't so far came across any device that I did review on that actually didn't do anything and connect with the outside servers. Okay, back to this. I track state of the inverter. I want to know if the inverter is on and off, and because of that, or out of the data, I also pull this information. This information tells me how much hours per day was my inverter online producing power, which is a nice statistic to see. So today, although we didn't have that sunny day, I produced power for 9 hours, 39 minutes and 36 seconds. Then I have three. Actually, I would like to track only one of those, but while I'm tracking one, I can track three data sets. One is the average power produced, the other one is max power and min power. Min power is the minimum recorded power that the inverter was producing before it went offline. It's usually around somewhere around 3 watts or something like that. Let's see, it was 3.4 and today it finished at 3.54 watts. So actually I don't need that data because I know that the data is simply not that important. Average power actually is also not that important. For example, average power depends, of course, on if it's sunny day or rainy day. Don't look at those negative values. As it crashed yesterday, I had some other issues. Let's look at longer term statistics. Let's pull, for example, from I don't know. First off, I don't know how long of the March 5th. Okay, select. I don't know how much data I have in database. I think a week or something. So average power is also not that important. It can be some kind of a guidance, for example, to tell you, okay, you have maximum production of 300 watts, but your average production was 25, meaning that probably you should do something. Your panels are positioned incorrectly, or you just had a cloudy day and only short period of sun. So that's one of the things that I would like to track, but it's not mandatory. One of the fields for me that is mandatory, besides of how much was the inverter online. Oh, what's this? So 12, 20, 25, 22, 10. You can see what were the sunny days, rainy days, etc. So it's around average production on sunny days so far. It's around 20. This one was 28, 36. Okay, so let's say it's around 25. But this one is what I'm interested in, to see what was the maximum produced power in the period of time. And of course, when the solar inverter goes offline, and it goes offline if there is no sun, all sensors lose data. So what I should do is, and these are not the primary sensors, these are already templates out of sensors. What I should actually just do is replace or add one additional if then else statement inside, where it is pulling data from that sensor unless that sensor is unavailable. If it is unavailable, just use your own data. That would, for example, keep the last value. Even when it's not producing anything, it will keep the last value in the system. And a validity for statistics is 24 hours. So actually I could replace 24 hours with 20 hours just to avoid when days become shorter that doesn't pull the yesterday's values for today's values, but whatever. My point was, this would require me 15 minutes, but yeah, I didn't still do it. By the way, let's go to OBS. Let's kill this display capture. Let's go to this one here. Let's go to Home Assistant. This is that previous version. Let's go to integrations. Where is it? It didn't pick it up. ESP Home. Offline. What? No, online. Okay. Why this system didn't pick it up? Settings, integrations. No. I should probably need to edit by hand. Give me a second. I need to pick up the IP address. 192.168.1.178. Give me a second. Yay! Yay, finish. So we have it here. We have one device, 34 entities. Oh yeah, it's. I need to remove that one from previously because it's picking up the old values from that one here. Okay, it's running. Let's select standard scene mode. Okay, so here it is. Area detection. Unmanned time 10 seconds. Let's stand still. Yeah, it's working. It is. I know that there could be probably better ones, but I think that for this price, for €7, or sorry, $7, this one is pretty nice. I should install it somewhere on the desk. I don't have a problem. I don't know how to provide power for all those devices here. That's the biggest issue for me currently. Power supply for all those devices. Anybody has any wishes? Oh, my wife is nearby. It says that she was 200 meters away. 300 meters away, so she's still wherever she was. I know, she went to see an aunt. Do you guys have any wishes? I know that some when we were talking between each other, and I said that I sometimes ask you guys in a Discord server on what would you rather see, this video about this one or that one, if somebody is offering me to send something, etc. They said, I don't ask people, I want to, I said, I don't ask people, I'm the authority, I want them to see me as authority. I don't consider this a question of authority, and also I have zero regard to the authority actually, which is one of my problems. But if you guys really do have some kind of a question or idea on what you want to see in future videos, drop me a line. As I said, you can find me Discord, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. This will be topic of video in a week. Next video will be this text video. First this week will be this Seeed Studio mmWave sensor. In stock I also have this glow video which I will be doing, and that's it. Wheelock, Spider-Man case, and this display. I actually really like this display. I think that what we talked, or I think we mentioned that on the last stream, that this display is one of the most complete 10-inch touchscreen displays that can be used for the Raspberry Pi. Just the issue with the LEDs, yeah, if they would have made LEDs controllable, it would be like perfect. I would like put it on every wall, even me who doesn't like displays on the walls. Just in case that you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the display. Now let me move this away. This is actually the display, and it's really awesome. You know, they thought about almost everything. Mounting brackets for the Raspberry Pi. Cables are hidden under it, so sorry, let me pull it like this. Come on, let's twist again. Cables can be hidden under it, so for example, if you mounted on the wall, if you have drywood wall, everything would be hidden. You would just like have a display. Ooh, I took camera. But yeah, the controllable LEDs is something that, unfortunately, yeah. Ooh, nice. Has anybody tried on devices like these? I have a couple of them actually. Has anybody tried on touchscreens that have two USB connectors? For example, they use one USB-C or USB micro. One is for the power, the other one is for the one is for the power, the other one is for the touchscreen. Has anybody seen a cable that would be like split USB-A to whatevers? So one can be used to power the device and the other one can be used to pull data from it. You know, like Y cable, one only has power, the other one has data plus power. That cable would be, if it exists, that cable would be perfect for this screen. It actually needs two cables, one for the power, one for the touchscreen, and the third one is for the HDMI, of course. So it would be one cable less. I don't know, I haven't seen it, so if anybody has seen it, has a link. I don't think that you can. Yeah, in regard to that, NS panel is still running on my table. I haven't printed, but I will be printing. That desk stand for it, and I've decided to keep it on my desk. It's, you know, how I NS panel, the original one, I bought off of Kickstarter. So meaning that I've put my money on Kickstarter, received it. They did later on offer to send me one free of charge, but hey, I didn't even use that one that I paid for, and I sent it to new home. So yeah, but this one is working. This one is great. It's for me, it's very responsive. It does everything that I want to do it, and especially after installing this Star Trek part. Oh, you didn't see it. Oh yeah, it was like flop. No, the biggest flop. Okay, I'm currently under embargo probably on the YouTube because of LCARS or LCARS or whatever Star Trek video, which didn't go that well. It went okay, but it didn't go that well. Then after that, I had video on 3D printers, which actually I wasn't expecting it to be anything spectacular, but it actually was even less than I expected it to be. And because of that, YouTube has stopped recommending my videos. And for example, last video, which actually normally has views between the first video in last 2 months up to fourth video in terms of views in last 4 months. This one is actually number 10. It has less views than the printer one had, because the video is not getting recommendation because of the previous ones. So actually I was a little bit down because of all of that. You do spend some time creating videos, you do spend some time recording them. You know when you expect some videos to not perform that well. For others, you expect that they be okay. If they reach the first 2 positions for your channel, that's great. If not, no, it's life. But it was like, wow, my stats are wow. And because this video is not recommended that much to people because of that. But on the other hand, if you look at statistics of all the people that have viewed him, average view duration time, everything is gone up because people like the video. But it's simply not been shown to or recommended to too many people. And because of that, you have less new subscribers. Because of that, everything else just like falls down. But hey, thank God I'm not living off of YouTube, because this would be wow. I had one great question which I would like to by the way respond. This one is working. I'm just simply not too stationary for it to trigger me as asleep. I just wave my hands too much. I had one nice question, which is really intriguing question. I said in that video, which wasn't seen by too many people, I said that I will not be talking about Matter and or Thread in that video, but also in upcoming weeks or months. And just to be clear, I still believe that Matter especially, but also Thread are the future. It's like electric vehicles. Let's get them up to the point where you get the same or better usability or performance or range or whatever some device or technology has to have as the current one, because going a step backwards is not something that I consider improvement in technology. By that, what I mean is, if this is a standard that still needs to be fully integrated in whatever hubs you have. Okay, so Home Assistant, I would, from what I've seen, heard, tests, not mine tests, but tests from other people, and I don't mean content creators. Content creators sometimes create content to be shocking. I don't like that type of content creation because I really would like for people to create their own opinion based on sound effects, what they see and what they try, then to put something down their throat. But from what I've seen from the devs, how they tested, what they said, what are the issues. Overall, the standard is there, but not a lot of companies have put that much effort in it to be 100% compliant, and that everything they can do in their power to make it out of beta or whatever. So until we see more, until we stop actually talking about Matter and just accepting it and working on the standard, I think we have no reason to even talk about it, if you know what I mean. It's very easy for somebody living in I don't know, UK or Dutch to talk about electric vehicles when you have chargers, for example, every 30 kilometers between cities or something like that. And then you go to, I'm talking this by heart, so I may be completely off. Then you go to Texas and you start, you try to preach, you should ditch your internal combustion engine vehicle and go for the electric. And guy says, listen, my nearest petrol station is 1,200 miles away or something like that. I commute to work more than any current electric vehicle has range or some things like that. You have to put everything in a perspective. So that's why I'm not covering Matter. I will not be covering Matter. I will not be talking about nice things that Home Assistant has in terms of Matter or Thread at this point until I can get more locally available devices and it stops being a novelty and becomes a new standard or new de facto what the only thing is. So yeah, that's what I wanted to just to clear this up. I have nothing against the standard, but I simply think that it wouldn't be fair. It's like playing, reviewing a game that's still in early beta or early alpha. It doesn't mean anything. Look at Home Assistant. We have not this month, but last month we had beta 6, which included functionality, and it was pulled out of the release version. So if you review beta of something, you have to be aware that this is something that's still been worked on, and yeah. Sorry about my long rambling. Yeah. Anything else? Any ideas for possible videos? What do you think, if anything pops on your mind, what do you think would be a good use for the touch screen for this ink e-ink, which I showed at the beginning of the screen. I'm not sure if I will be ever doing video about the touchscreen version, and I showed that one at the beginning of the screen, but just out of interest, what do you think would be good use for it? Remember that since this is ink display, it's not that easy in the ESP Home to create buttons. It's possible you can pull the images, icons, etc., like icons here, but it's not that easy. It's doable. So the question is, would anybody, or for what use would you use this device? And it would need to be powered on always via the USB-C cable. And by the way, if anybody's interested, let me post the link to both of those. So be careful for the... Okay, let me switch screens. Be careful, there are two versions of the cover. I don't know why they are forcing as a primary option this one that looks like mobile phone, which, yeah, I bought this one. This is touch cover option 2. Text, copy. That's okay. That's good. That's good. But yeah, actually that is okay, because it would actually be powered always. It could be usable for that. Creating the touch panel itself would be a bit tricky, and also creating the text field to show. Actually, okay, we don't need that. Just creating a keyboard would be possible. You wouldn't have any display. Let's say for the security reasons, we don't show any characters that you touch. You can just invert probably the color. So when you press now 5, it inverts color. It's not anymore black on white. We say it's white and black. So yeah, that would be nice. Good. Thanks for that one. And let me copy this. So the first link is linked to the touch panel. The second one is linked to this ink or e-paper or whatever development board. You actually, if you go that route, you need only one of them. Also be careful with those two. I bought this one here. It's with the connector PH20. This one here, you do get the cable, but you don't get the battery. You can then fit everything in the case that's small like this, but you have to provide power unless you have battery. And the board itself is a charging board, meaning that if you have battery, when you plug the cable, you can charge the battery on board, unplug it and use it with battery. The other one is with the holder for the 18650. There are some cases, but they're much bulkier for that one. Do I have a link for... No, I don't have a link for that one. Sorry. No, I don't have anything here. So yeah, although looking at it, it's not that cheap. It's like 20 plus 45, 65 euros for the display like that. Probably would be better off to spend a couple of dollars more and get the NS Panel Pro. But it's also not the same device. So yeah, let's see if they have finally made it available or not. The new Xiao display, introducing Xiao Smart Control. I haven't even used the new app. Products, let's go to shop now. Smoke. No. Oh, I have to buy new bypass. My bypass exploded. No, it's still not available. Let's check here. Nope. I'm interested to see their new display, smart display that they are making. It should be released this month, from what I've heard, seen, but nothing new. Is there any news page? Partners, news. July, nothing. Come on, guys, you really should update the information you have on yeah, nothing here. Nothing here. Yeah. Let me see the chat. Okay, nothing in the chat. Anything? Or should we be wrapping up this stream? Should we make the stream public or not? Yeah, I will make it public. Oh, dilemmas. Some of you bought Apple Watch. I will not be naming them because they maybe want to talk about that later on themselves. I'm more of a non-Apple ecosystem. I will be getting new phone tomorrow. Guess what? I did post about it and talk about it. I think that tomorrow I should receive it. And I was looking for a replacement for my watch. Actually, this watch, this is the Huawei whatever. I think it's a first gen. It's not pro version, but sport version. It's something like they made a normal version, pro version, and classic version. I can't remember how it was called. So when I bought my Huawei P30, I got this watch free of charge. It's been running now for 3 years, and I'm really satisfied with it. I know that people talk about smartwatches and comparing Apple with somebody or Samsung with something or now Pixel with something. So as I have everything on the Android ecosystem, I wanted to keep it on the Android. I was looking at Android phones and I don't know what route to go. Actually, battery on this device after 3 years is around 12 days. 10 days, 12 days. I receive all the notifications, meaning all messages that you send me on Discord, all messages that I receive on Twitter, WhatsApp messages, emails, SMSs, Telegram notifications, calls. I receive them here. And I'm very satisfied with just reading the headline or whatever. If I need more information, I go to my mobile phone and read it there. It's watertight. I swim with them both in the sea, in the swimming pools. It's been working great. I want a new one because I wanted some additional functionality. One of the reasons why I would love a new one is to be able to use assist on it, to really be able to use assist, to showcase the assist, to play with it, especially in the year of and that's the biggest problem, Clifford. I bought my daughter for her 18th birthday. She had a wish. I bought her Apple Watch SE, the newest release, the newest version. It's a great watch and battery lasts almost full day. I really am not interested in Garmin that would allow me to track how many miles and GPS data I was running. I always have my mobile phone. If I want to track my movement, I track it with the mobile phone. It's great to see, pulse when I ride a bike, although I don't do that much sport. But I'm not into sport watch. I'm more of a, notifications and information like that. To see who's calling me, for example, when I'm meeting, I just have a glance, see if somebody is calling me, and if I need to, answer the call or send a message to pick up the phone later. So to be able to use Assist, I need to go to Android Watch. Pixel is a okay looking watch, but it costs double the amount of money of what this watch was when it was new. And battery lasts almost full day. I simply do not want to additional recharge, to have one additional device that I need to recharge every single day. Also, as I said, I don't want to go to Garmin because I don't need type of the watch as Garmin is. I was looking at the Samsung and I don't like Samsung because of the issues I had with Samsung phones, which were, you know, high-end devices, and they were bloated with applications that I don't need. I'm not interested in Samsung Health. I use Google Fit for all my needs. I'm not interested into Samsung Calendar. I have Google Calendar and that's it. I like stock things and I don't like duplicating and inventing or reinventing stuff that you don't need. I would love if Samsung would still have that great software it has with the option to don't use it or remove it or block it or whatever. And I don't want to root my devices. I know there was also a lot of talk on one of the chats. We have, you should root your phone. I stopped rooting my phones with Android 6 or Android 5 or I don't know, something like that. I don't have need to root the phone. I want to buy the phone and phone has that functionality. Same with the watch. So yeah, I'm having a really hard time finding anything useful for normal pricing that would have nice battery life, that would run Wear 3.30 or whatever version of the Wear OS is the latest, so 3.5 I think is the latest version of Wear OS. Because Pixel, and I'm getting Pixel phone, Pixel, which would be natural, if you have Pixel phone, go for Pixel watch, you have one closed loop, whatever, blah blah blah. It's like 350-400 euros for performance worse than this one here. So yeah, that's the issue. But on the other hand, as I said, I really would like to get one because I think that I want to work on stuff and I cannot work with this stuff here. So that's the biggest issue. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be getting a new phone, replacing my P30, and to be honest, I wouldn't replace it if everything was okay with current phone. Unfortunately, one of the I think only one speaker is currently working in headset, so when I talk with people on the phone, I cannot hear them. If there is car passing by, people talking nearby, you know, I'm walking, etc. I don't usually wear my headphones with me all the time, so that's my bad. But I also do not talk that much on the phone, so I didn't need to wear headsets. I do have my cheap Bluetooth Philips ones in the bag, but I even forget that I have them all the time. So yeah, I'm really looking to see the camera. I want to see if the camera is really that good, because Huawei P30 had Leica lenses, and the images on that one were awesome. Even on the phone that is now 4 years old or something like that, or I've been using it for 3 years, the camera is, you know, wow. So the Pixel 7 better have good camera. Okay, if nobody has any other questions, we could probably wrap this up. One thing, I started talking about this on the beginning of the stream. My desk is already a mess. I will now have to clean everything and spend my 1 hour to get everything sorted, but let's go to this one. I did talk about this. This is something that is not related to whatever, but it's something that is fun, and it has connection with the Home Assistant. So last summer I bought the camera, awesome. I wish I had bought it previously or earlier. Then I bought this media kit to improve the audio, which is great thing, but I must not forget to remove it and replace the door if I want once again to go swimming with it. Now I bought this so I can have external light when I am filming, for example, unboxing videos, but this is not the light that I ordered. This is one of my first lights that I bought when I started recording video, and I've seen that I need additional light, so I bought this one. It's some kind of a cheap light out of AliExpress. because I ordered Elgato Mini Light, and let me show you what Elgato Mini Light is. There is a reason, as I said, there is a reason. Everything has a reason. Nothing is so simple. So this is the Mini Light. It's, I think, 800 lumens. You can control it here. It has a connection for the app. It has magnets on the back side, so you can stick it to some metallic surface. It can run out of USB power. It can be recharged. I can't remember if the recharger is whatever. And it would really be awesome to have it here. But funny thing is, I ordered it because the previous or current March release of Home Assistant has added support to control this camera, and I was hoping to incorporate somehow in video and showcase how you can edit and etc. But good thing I didn't, because that video, as I mentioned, also flopped. So yeah. What kind of cable is this? It doesn't show. I hope it's USB-C. I really do hope that this is USB-C. Any company that is selling products now that are not USB-C should be, yeah, you know. System requirements, no technical specification. USB-C. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, I ordered it. It didn't arrive, and I couldn't incorporate in video. But now, besides those Elgato lights that are here, that can be controlled, the time controlling Home Assistant, also the Mini Light can be controlled. But until the Mini Light arrives, if it ever arrives, I can use this temporary light, Viltrox RB08 LED light, to record stuff with my GoPro camera. And I'm waiting for, as I said, I'm currently, I think, waiting for one package. Let me just check and see with you guys if you are interested in that. If you are, drop me a line. I got no 3DJ quick and discrete, delete this, active backup, nope. I received message. Okay, I host. This is for the Sonoff hub. I have to update it. No. Okay, this one here. Let me show you something, and you guys tell me if you think that this is interesting or not. Let me zoom in. ESP32C3, so not C3 but S3, parallel TFT with touch, 4-inch, 480 by 480. This is something like NS panel. So what do we have here? Speaker. Is this speaker? Yeah, it's speaker. It is speaker. We have two connections. And this one looks like battery, but I'm not sure if it is. We look at specs. ESP32 on board, 4-inch RGB IPS display, communicated control with ESP, 3 SPI, blah blah blah, 5-point touch, onboard 6 gig SD card for storage, LiPo battery socket and charger, nice, onboard speaker connector with first shift with 3 ohm, blah, blah, blah. Double onboard mmWave connector supporting Groove modules, which is nice. You can get those somewhere else. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, dual USB, one for USB to earth and one for native USB, nice. CP2104, which is a standard older one. Micro SD, Arduino operating temperatures. It really looks nice. So they are offering to send me one for demo tests, recording videos, blah blah blah. I'll drop you a link. Yeah. But actually this one could be potentially interesting. It maybe no, because it doesn't have mic. But potentially it can be used for text to display with text to speech. And no. So here's a link to it. We should be wrapping up. I hear that my dog is hungry, barking. Somebody's in the kitchen eating, probably. He does that all the time. And yeah, thank you once again, guys, for joining the stream. I did show you briefly what something that I will be recording also in that video. I will be going into more details there. I try to really to cover all those things so that even the noise I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope. And the next Saturday will be standard stream, not the closed one. By the way, I don't know if you like these streams. I said I wanted to create something that you would have as an extra, as a members of the channel. And by the way, thank you. I've seen some stats and wow. I think Johnny, I'm not sure if you are here or not. Let me open it here. Just give me a second. So Carlton Brooks, 29 weeks as a supporter. Peter Vinogradov, 27 weeks as Omega supporter. John O, 25 weeks, but months. Stjepan Puljko, 13 months as Omega supporter. Ed Williams, 31 months. Wow, you guys are awesome. The new member is Sedat Kazans. Richard Anan, Johnny Bergal, 29 months. Zoltan Sully, 27 months. Really, wow. I forgot how time flies. That's why I wanted to create something that we can chat. If we decide we can, for example, keep one stream private, if we talk about something, or we can make it public later on for others. I also don't want to put pressure on anybody so he's missing out on anything. So that's why I said most of those streams will be released later on, so other people who are not channel members can also see them. Yeah, I know that channel membership is not that much, but on the other hand, it's really much, and with all the prices and everything hiking up, you know, even €1 or €2 or $2 is a lot to some, and I really do appreciate all of your help, support, and everything. So we should be probably wrapping up the stream. Don't forget to give a like to the video. Thank you all who were able to join the stream. Mark Jones, Mario Tomšić, pozdrav. See you next time. Clifford, thank you for joining. Mark Jones, I said already. Who was here? Ed was here. Alan, see you soon. Teme, Johnny. Thank you all. I will be seeing you next time. Don't forget, you can always find me in the Discord server. You can send me private message. You can talk in the Super Helpers. If you do not have access to Super Helpers channel on Discord server, you have to connect your YouTube channel with the Discord server, and then you will get access because it will pull the information about channel memberships. I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun. And now that awkward time. Oh, and let's press. Thank you all. Bye bye.